Welcome to Let's Talk Taxes. DeMore Tax Service LLC, we are so excited to have you with us for this deep dive into TaxWise Online for the 2024 tax year.
Yeah.
It's going to be like your own personal cheat sheet from the 2024 TW for 1120s training video.
Yeah.
We're going to pull out the most important parts just for you.
We're going to be talking about some real game changers for you, like expanding your services to include partnerships and S corporations.
Wow.
Yeah, TaxWise Online is going to support Form 10 to 65 for partnerships and Form 1120S for S corporations.
So DeMore Tax Service LLC could be bringing in more clients, maybe tapping into some new markets with these new forms.
Absolutely. And it gets even better. Creating those returns is streamlined. You just choose the return type, enter the EIN, and you're ready to go. No more selecting packages first.
So what happens to all of our previous client data, from TaxWise Desktop?
Don't worry, it seamlessly carries forward to TaxWise Online 2024. You're not starting from scratch. All that data is right there ready for you. But let's talk about something that I think you'll really appreciate. K1 imports. You remember the old way in TaxWise Desktop, switching packages, adding worksheets manually, trying to remember EINs. It took so long, didn't it?
I can just hear tax preparers everywhere groaning right now. So how does TaxWise Online 2024 make this better?
Okay, picture this. You're working on a 1040 return, and you need to import those K1s. With TaxWise Online 2024, you just click Import K1 Forms, select the K1s that you need, and hit Import. It's that simple. You can even import multiple K1s at once for both the taxpayer and the spouse.
It's got to save DeMore Tax Service LLC hours, if not days, during tax season.
Absolutely.
What about keeping track of all the EINs?
Good news there. The EIN database now includes 1099 NEC payer information.
Interesting.
This means that once you've entered the payer details for a 1099 NEC, TaxWise Online will remember it. So the next time you prepare a 1099 NEC with that same EIN, all the information will auto-populate, saving you time and reducing the chance of errors.
That's pretty brilliant. The training video also mentioned some other workflow enhancements. One that really caught my eye was the Refund monitor.
Oh, yeah. That's a small change. That makes a big difference. The Refund monitor is now anchored to the page, meaning it stays visible no matter how much you're scrolling.
Oh, okay.
So you always have that information right there at your fingertips.
Especially helpful, those weeks leading up to the filing deadlines, when everything is so crazy.
Absolutely.
It's all about minimizing distractions.
Exactly.
Keeping those crucial details front and center.
And speaking of staying organized, there are updates to the client letter templates. You'll find new and improved templates, including separate cover letters for 1040, 1065, and 1120s returns.
Great. So no matter what type of return DeMore Tax Service LLC is preparing, they have a professional letter ready to go.
Yes. And to top it off, all the templates are available in English and Spanish.
That's great. I'm sensing a real theme here, making tax prep more efficient and accessible.
You got it. But let's not forget about one of the most important parts, e-filing.
Oh, that's right. What's new with e-filing?
TaxWise Online is expanding e-filing support to include even more states and forms. You'll be able to e-file partnership returns in Missouri and fiduciary returns in Louisiana.
That's great news for firms in those states.
Yeah.
What about any changes to federal e-filing?
Yes. Form 1116 Schedule B is now included in the 1040 package, and you can e-file it.
Wow. Sounds like TaxWise Online is really stepping up their e-filing game. But what about accepting payments from clients? That's a big part of running a successful business.
Oh, there is a major development on that front. TaxWise Online now integrates with Payrock for processing credit and debit card payments.
That is a game changer. In today's world, people expect to be able to pay for everything electronically.
Absolutely.
This puts DeMore Tax Service LLC right on the cutting edge.
It's all about staying competitive.
Yeah.
And meeting those client expectations.
Can you walk us through how this integration works?
Sure. First, you'll need to sign up with Payrock and get your merchant ID and gateway username. They'll send that information to you in a welcome email. Then you'll get a separate email where you can set your gateway password.
Okay, so once we have those credentials, how do we connect it with TaxWise Online?
You'll log in to TaxWise Online as the admin user, go to settings.firo, and then select Payment Preferences. Then you enter the terminal ID and terminal secret from Payrock and click Save. Tagged. Yeah, that's it.
Simple enough. So let's say we've completed a return for a client and they're ready to pay. How does that payment actually work in TaxWise Online?
You go to the e-payment section on the price sheet, enter the amount that you want to charge, and click the Click Here for Card Payment button TaxWise Online will then redirect you to the Payrock payment portal.
So it's a seamless transition.
Exactly. You enter the client's credit or debit card details. Payrock processes the transaction, and you'll receive a confirmation. You can even print a receipt for your records.
This sounds like a fantastic way to streamline payments for both you and your clients. But with all these new features and integrations, how is TaxWise Online ensuring data security?
You're right, that's a top priority. TaxWise Online has taken a big step with multi-factor authentication, or MFA. This is in line with the FTC safeguards rule and the IRS's requirement for MFA to access sensitive taxpayer information.
So DeMore Tax Service LLC can be sure that TaxWise Online is committed to protecting their data. Can you explain what MFA means and how it works?
Well, the FTC safeguards rule makes sure that you're taking the right steps to protect your client's data. You might be familiar with MFA from your bank or email account. It's that extra layer of security where you need to enter a code sent to your phone along with your password. TaxWise Online is using a similar system.
So even if someone got your password,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't be able to access your account without that code.
Exactly.
That's a relief. So tell me about the new login process with MFA. What can users expect?
It's pretty simple. You enter your username and password as usual. Then you'll get a code via text or voice call to your phone. Enter the code and you're in.
So one extra step for peace of mind. Do users have to do this every time they log in, even from the same device?
TaxWise Online lets you trust a device for up to 90 days, so you don't have to go through MFA each time. But we really don't recommend doing that on public or shared devices.
Good point. Safety first. So we've covered new business returns, K-1 imports, enhanced security, expanded e-filing, and even credit card payments. Anything else TaxWise Online has in store?
Let's just say they haven't forgotten about Spanish-speaking users. They're rolling out some great resources, specifically for this growing segment.
That's fantastic news for a firm like DeMore Tax Service LLC. Having those resources available can open up new opportunities and help serve their existing clients better. We'll dive deeper into those after a quick break. Welcome back to Let's Talk Taxes. We were just talking about how TaxWise Online is becoming more accessible for Spanish-speaking users.
Right. It's a really smart move with the growing Spanish-speaking population in so many parts of the country.
And it's not just smart for business. It's about inclusivity, making sure everyone has the resources they need to deal with taxes.
Exactly.
What kind of resources are we talking about?
One of the best new features is the Spanish Learning Portal. It's a fantastic source of information created specifically for Spanish-speaking tax preparers.
Oh, wow.
Think about it. Over 80 product videos, all in Spanish, covering everything from the basics of TaxWise Online to the more advanced features.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's got to be a game changer for Spanish-speaking staff who might not be as comfortable with English resources.
Exactly. And these aren't just translations of the English videos. They're really tailored to the specific needs of Spanish-speaking users.
So it's about cultural sensitivity, too, not just the language.
Absolutely. And the best part is, it's free for all TaxWise Online users.
Now, that's a valuable resource.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the learning portal, is it? What other Spanish language support is there?
Well, TaxWise Online has really outdone themselves. You can now filter knowledge-based articles and training videos by language, so it's easy to find what you need in Spanish. Plus, you can open a support case in Spanish, too.
That's great. It really shows they're committed to supporting Spanish speakers.
They haven't stopped there either. You can even use TaxWise chat support in Spanish.
That's fantastic. Being able to get live support in Spanish is so important for users who aren't as comfortable in English.
It really does make a difference. It makes the platform accessible to everyone.
You know, speaking of accessibility, let's go back to something we discussed earlier, the integration with Payrock for credit and debit card payments. I'm so excited about what this means for DeMore Tax Service LLC.
It really is a game changer. More and more, clients want digital payment solutions. Offering this option can help attract new clients and keep DeMore Tax Service LLC ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. It's not just about being competitive. It's about providing a better experience for clients.
Exactly. Plus, it makes things easier on your end, too. No more dealing with checks, manually entering payment info, or trying to collect late payments.
It really is a win-win situation.
Yeah.
But how secure is this? You know, data security is so important for financial transactions.
Don't worry. TaxWise Online has taken security very seriously. Payrock uses the latest encryption and security protocols to keep payment info safe. And since everything is integrated into TaxWise Online, there's no need to manually enter or transfer data, which reduces the chance of errors and security breaches.
That's good to hear. Secure, convenient, and efficient.
Exactly. Now let's talk about another important topic, data security in general.
Yeah, that's always top of mind for tax professionals.
And for good reason. Tax preparers deal with so much sensitive personal and financial information, which makes them a target for cyber attacks.
Right.
But thankfully, TaxWise Online has some really strong security measures in place to protect your data and your clients' data.
I know we mentioned multi-factor authentication earlier,
Yeah.
but are there any other security features that DeMore Tax Service LLC should know about?
Definitely. One of the most important is data backups. TaxWise Online backs up your data automatically to secure cloud servers. So even if something terrible happened, like a fire or natural disaster, your data is safe and can be recovered.
That's a relief. You know, data loss can be devastating for any business.
Yeah.
But especially for tax preparation firms.
Yeah,
It's good to know TaxWise Online has those procedures in place.
it is. It's one less thing to worry about.
So we've got enhanced security, streamlined workflows, expanded e-filing support, convenient payment options, and resources for Spanish-speaking users. Sounds like TaxWise Online has been busy.
They have been, and these updates are going to be a game changer for firms like DeMore Tax Service LLC.
Absolutely.
By using these new features, you can improve efficiency, client satisfaction, and set your firm up for success.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
And these updates definitely help tax professionals do that. There are still more exciting features to explore. So we'll be right back after a short message. Welcome back to Let's Talk Taxes. We're wrapping up our deep dive into TaxWise Online for 2024. DeMore Tax Service LLC, ready for the final tips to smooth out your tax season.
We saved some of the most helpful enhancements for last. The ones that'll make your daily work so much easier.
I like the sound of that. Tell me more.
Think about those times when you need to find something on the TaxWise Online support site, like reports, training videos, or that return query tool. It used to take a few clicks to get there, right?
Yeah, sometimes I'd forget where things were.
Exactly. So TaxWise Online listened to users, and they make some great changes. There are quick access links right on the support site landing page now.
Oh, that's handy. So which links will DeMore Tax Service LLC be using most?
You'll have direct access to the Spanish Learning Portal, which is a great resource for Spanish-speaking staff and clients.
Makes sense. What other shortcuts will be helpful?
There's a link for reports, so you don't have to click through multiple pages anymore. And the return query tool to find specific returns is just one click away.
I love it. The most used tools right there at your fingertips.
It's all about saving you time.
Those little changes make a big difference.
That's what these TaxWise Online updates are all about, right? Saving time, fewer errors, making tax prep more efficient and enjoyable for everyone.
It's about working smarter, not harder, like we always say.
Exactly.
So DeMore Tax Service LLC, what does all of this mean for you as you get ready for tax season?
These updates give you everything you need to be successful. You can offer more services, streamline your work, improve security, and give amazing support to all your clients.
You'll be leading the way with the best service possible.
That's right. We really encourage you to try out all these new features. Dive into the Spanish Learning Portal, test the new K1 import, see how easy it is to accept card payments with Payrock, and get familiar with the enhanced security and the new support site.
I'm sure DeMore Tax Service LLC will be impressed. And for our listeners, if you're looking for a top-notch tax professional, look no further than DeMore Tax Service LLC. You can find them online at demoretaxservice.com to learn more about their services.
DeMore Tax Service LLC, we hope this deep dive has been helpful and that you feel prepared for the upcoming tax season.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Taxes.